Well, they are in a hurry, and they got a quick start here tonight. They've already introduced the starting lineups. Let's do the same for Mike Reese Loyal Greyhounds. They'll start at one guard, Devin Schoonover, just a junior. The other guard is Jalen Young, a senior. The forwards tonight, Carson Reese, 6'1" and a sophomore, and Morgan Reinwan, a sophomore. And in the middle tonight, Missy Benz, a senior. For the Assumption Royals, one guard Mason Trings, 5'6" and a junior. The other Macy Zerflu, a 5'6" junior. The forwards, Autumn Linsmeyer, 5'6" and a junior. And Gina Grundhofer, 6'1" and a junior. And in the middle, Olivia Skiba, 6'2" and a junior. Greyhounds win the tip, get the ball to Reinwan on the left wing, and we're under action as we wrap up the Marshfield Clinic pregame show. It's brought to us by the Marshfield Clinic, reminding you, don't just live, shine. Baseline blocked out of bounds by Linsmeyer as the Loyal Greyhounds go from left to right here in half number one. The Royals will be going towards, in this big spacious field house, the big spacious open area on the left side. We'll see if that has any kind of effect on their shooting. The inbounds pass, jumper too long, and the rebound to Linsmeyer. And the Royals will now have their first offensive set. They get it ahead to Grundhofer. She puts a little move on, goes baseline, puts it up, overlays it. Rebound is volleyballed around and dug out of there by the Greyhounds. And that's Jalen Young with it. They'll throw it way down up ahead into the hands of Carson Reith, the coach's daughter. Talked to him a little bit before the ball game, said, "Oh, are we nervous?" They can't wait to get back out on the court, he said. Benz will skip it over on the left-hand side, Schoonover. Tried to go on the inside, and Reith almost lost it. Ball goes through the hands of Schoonover, picked up by Reinwald. He'll continue it down on the right side, and there's a little bit of the jitters right there as the ball goes off the hands of Benz out of bounds. Turnover number one. Going to come with some pressure against the Royals. It'll be interesting to see what they do. Normally they just clear everybody out and let Macy go one-on-one, and that's exactly what they're going to do right here. Man-to-man being employed by the Greyhounds. Just underway here in period number one. We played 1 minute, no score in this semifinal. The winner to go over to Green Bay and North on Saturday to Oconto Falls. Grundhofer has it on the right wing. She'll pass it back over to Zerflu. The right-hand side, Linsmeyer, about 5 feet beyond the arc. Skiba inside Grundhofer, spins, puts it off the glass. Good! And we've got our first two of the ball game as Grundhofer gets down deep. They're going to come with a little jump trap, and the Greyhounds going to break that pressure as they go middle side, as you should do against the pressure. 2-0 Royals. Ball in the hands of Schoonover. She goes against Grundhofer. They leave it out for Reith. Right side Schoonover to the basket, put up the shot, a little bit long, and the rebound comes down to Skiba. Royals out on the fly. Mason Pring slams on the brakes, leaves it for Zerflu. She'll go between the rings with the dribble and between the legs. Right side now, Pring once with the left-hand dribble, out, Grundhofer, 3-bomb on the way. Go! Light it up and get them going, Gina. Pressure in the backcourt, ball's tipped, it's loose, it's picked up by Loyal, and we're going to get a blocking foul on Zerflu, and coach not real pleased with that foul. Right now the official waiting to call it, and he does call it on Zerflu. She looked like she was just kind of standing there, and when the offensive player couldn't get through it, they called a block. Get it down underneath to Benz. She drops it. She's got her foot on the line out of bounds, and that's going to be Royal basketball for turnover number 2. Tell you what, the Greyhounds, having lost to Assumption twice this year, or excuse me, earlier this year by 16 points, now facing them for the second time. You know, the further you get behind, the more doubt starts creeping in. So that's exactly what the Royals want to do, is get those doubts creeping inside. Zerflu has it, lob it underneath Skiba, goes off of her hands. She can't save it. First turnover on the Royals. I want to say a great big hello to all of our listeners from Loyal on the new Y1055 WLJY, as well as WLJYFM.com. Glad that you're along listening tonight as well. Hope you enjoy our broadcast. Should be a dandy here from Waupaca. Right now, Royals on top, 5-0. Reith has the basketball. High bounce for Schoonover. Now she picks up that dribble. She's in some trouble. Goes on the left-hand side. Reinwan coming to the basket. Blocked away by Grundhofer. Actually, she blocked it too hard as it went out of bounds over by the Loyal fans. Let me tell you, the entire city of Loyal is here, +6. They have come out in force. Not to be done by outdone by Assumption, though. They got their whole fan base here as well. It just grows, doesn't it? So much fun. The regionals grow into the sectionals, and those sectional finals, oh my gosh, this is the great time of the year. Reinwan has a block by Skiba. And the Royals going the other way. Linsmeyer up ahead, right side. She's going to take it to the basket, slam on the break, go back to Skiba, bounce with the left hand, have it knocked out of her hands. It'll be Royals basketball on the left side. First substitute of the ball game, Jaden Pieper, a junior, will come in and replace Jalen Young. 5 minutes exactly to go here, quarter number one. Inbounds, Grundhofer catches it near the basket, put up with the left hand, no. Ball knocked out of bounds, last touch by the Greyhounds. Try it again. 4:57 on the clock in this first period. Royals on top 5-0. They're the visitors, but they got the dark blue uniforms they've been wearing at home during all the regionals. Grundhofer, left side, spin it back to the right, put up the shot, short. She gets fouled, and that's going to go against Reed. For Carson, the 6'1 sophomore, who's only going to get better with her dad as the coach. Her first personal, Gina Grundhofer, who has all 5 Royal points, will shoot 2. Gina's first free throw is in the air and good. Again, they're shooting towards that huge empty space. Gracie Wendels will come in for Mason Krings. Gracie, a 5'5 sophomore. I asked Coach off air what he thought big space would do behind the basket. He said, I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see. But he said going in the second quarter or second half, they'll be going into a wall with bleachers. So at least in the second half, they'll have what looks a little bit more familiar. And the second free throw by Grundhofer, that one is good as well. Here's Reith up ahead. We're going to get a blocking foul call. That's a good call, as Autumn didn't quite get there in time. And for Linsmeyer, it's going to be the first personal, second team. And Carson Reith will step to the free throw line as the Greyhounds trail it 7-0 early here in quarter number one. And all of a sudden, the 3 officials decide that they're going to meet outside the arc. And whatever it was about, maybe they're just deciding whether she was shooting or not. They're going to give her 2. I thought she was. And the first free throw short. A couple of subs coming back in here. Riley Wilkie, a junior, and Katie Hazer, a senior. They go about 8 deep. That's what they played at Assumption the first time these 2 squads met. Reith's second free throw is in the air, and this one is good. So Loyal gets themselves on the scoreboard at the 4:43 mark of period number 1, 7-1 Royals. Linsmeyer's in the forecourt, almost out of bounds. She's that far to the right on the wide court here. And get it to Zerflu on the baseline. She just goes right around the defender, put it up with the left hand, and you can count it. Macy Zerflu went baseline right side, basket left hand. Foul goes against Devin Schoonover. The first on the junior, second on the team. So Macy Zerflu now the first player to score outside of Gina Grundhofer, as Mason Krings will check in after this free throw if she makes it, and she does. And she'll replace Olivia Skiba, give Olivia a little bit of a breather here, with 4:28 remaining in the first quarter, 10-1 Assumption. Young will trigger the inbound against full court pressure from the Royals. And they break it pretty easily. They get it to Hazer, but she caught it and walked. They got it down to where she wanted to be, and then she was going to move to the left to make a move, and the Royals got back so quickly that she put it on the floor and walked, and Coach Reith wants a 30-second timeout to settle his squad down. We'll take a 32, James. We'll be back right after this. .422 to go in period number 1. Royals with the basketball leading at 10-1. Just leaned over the railing and said to Macy Zerflu's dad, now that's the kind of start we want. 10-1 if you're a Royal fan. Get it down to Grundhofer. Triple team down there. Reach in. Ball comes free. She regathers. And now uses up her dribble. Right side Krings. Mason with the ball above her head. Right back to Gina. Gina walked as she was going to put it on the floor with the left hand. Turnover number 2 on Assumption. As Young will inbound it. Make that Pieper going to do it instead. Jaden will bounce it in the backcourt to Schoonover. Devin with the dribble straight up the court. Past Autumn Linsmeyer, and the ball comes free, and it's picked up by Zerflu. Here go the Royals the other way. Try to get the pass from Zerflu to Linsmeyer, and can't make the connection. Turnover number 3 on the Royals. Autumn has to run about 100 yards to go get the ball because there's just nothing down there. They probably should have had some kind of like they've got a rolling back over there. It's on the left side. They probably should have had something like that, maybe 10 feet from the basket. They don't, so we have to chase it down. And now stepping out of bounds with the dribble is Devin Schoonover, and she tried to get by Linsmeyer, and Coach Reith wanted a blocking foul. He didn't get it. Turnover number 5 thus far on the Greyhounds. Still 10-1, 3:40 to go in this first period. Krings has it on, Wendels has it on the left side. Krings now has it on the right baseline. Mason bounces it inside to Grunhofer. She gets triple teamed again, tucks it in, and we're going to get a jump ball called pretty quickly between the Royals Hazer, the Greyhounds Razor, and the Hazer, the Royals Grunhofer. Boy, she gets that ball down low, and they immediately reach inside and triple teamer. Good move by Loyal. And now we're going to get an offensive foul called against Autumn Linsmeyer with a moving screen. For Autumn, it'll be her second already, so she's going to have to come out of the ball game. Olivia Skiba will replace her with 3:26 to go here in this first stanza. 10-1 Royals. Full court pressure by Assumption. Now they're going to go man-to-man instead of zone. Inbounds. Pieper. Long pass up ahead. Wilkie with the catch. She'll cross over that dribble. Krings coming out on her. Trying to turn the corner. Can't do it. Ball goes through the hands of Schoonover. Zerflu picks it up. She'll go to the basket. She'll lay it up and underlay it. Got bumped a little bit. Now she tries to save it, and we're going to say that Macy stepped out of bounds. Thought she might have got bumped a little bit on the way to the basket, but I'm about 200 yards away, so I really don't know if it happened or not. 3:10 remaining here in this first period. 10-1 Assumption. Full court man pressure by the Royals. Line one will bring it into the forecourt up the right-hand side. Skip it all the way over left side. Pieper with a 3-bomb on the way. Good. And that gets the Loyal crowd excited as the first 3-bomb goes down, and it's 10-4. Exactly what they needed. A couple of stops and a basket. Pass on the right elbow. Skiba. She goes out to Krings, right back inside to Skiba, and they'll say Skiba. I don't know. Looks like they catch, put the ball on the floor, and they keep calling them for a walk. 5 on the Royals. It'd be fun to watch those on the replay and see if they actually are moving that foot before picking up that pivot foot. Ball almost stripped away by Zerflu. Up ahead Wilkie, and she'll dribble it over to the scorer's bench before picking it up and going to Pieper. Left side Ryan Ron trying to come baseline. Double team down there, put up the shot. No, ball volleyball around. Wendels has it, loses it momentarily, regathers it, and they'll set up the offense. 2:18 to go. Zerflu weaves her way through some traffic, stops, pops off the rim. No. Skiba, yes! Olivia with the offensive board and the follow, and the lead is up to 8, 12-4 Assumption. Keeper will throw it ahead to Wilkie. She's right in front of Coach Burko. Almost has a poke checked away, and now stripping it as Wendels as she anticipated that pass beautifully. Takes it up and in. Gracie Wendels. Beautiful anticipation. Royals on top by 10. Speaking of 10, Reinwan, number 10, has it. She comes baseline. She puts up the shot, and she draws the foul. She'll shoot a couple. It's going to be against Olivia Skiba. First on Olivia. Team's 4th already. And a couple of free throws now coming up for the Greyhounds. First free throw on the way and good for Reinwan. Reith back in along with Schoonover. (14-5) Royals. Second toss on the way. That one's too long, and Grunhofer gets the rebound for Assumption. 9-point lead and possession. $1:40 remaining in quarter number 1. Grunhofer faking the stab step and now puts it on the floor. Right side Krings. Skiba way outside the arc on the right baseline. One bounce with the left hand. Skip it over to Grunhofer, and Gina just cannot hang on to it. I think that time Carson Reith got between her and the pass, and she got distracted a little bit and just kind of misjudged it. So that's turnover number 6 now, unofficially on Assumption, with 1:26 to go in our first quarter. 14-5 Royals. They try to get the ball down low, and that time they just threw the ball without even looking, and that went right into the hands of Assumption, and here they come the other way. Zerflu has it, right side Krings. 1:11 to go in the first. Grunhofer fake the 3 ball, almost had a poke checked away by Reith. Now dribbles it with the left hand. Zerflu with 1:03 to go. She'll take it down the lane, jump stop, put it up. Oh, it rolls off again. Rebound is battled for, and it's traveling. Good call by the official as 2 Loyal Greyhounds had the basketball. For Coach Reed. He's kind of beside himself going, we did everything right that time except both our girls had the ball and neither one would let go and they fell to the floor. You know, they're just fighting for it. They're trying their best and didn't even look which uniform it was. So the Royals get it back. Bounce it inside. Oh, Zerflu had it, and then she gets double teamed and they get called for a walk. Turnover number 7 on Assumption. 55.4 seconds to go. As Zerflu will come out and be replaced by Rose Grounds. Royals going to go 2-2-1 presser now. Mix things up a little bit here. Keep Loyal guessing so they can't just keep running the same press break. Good move by Coach Burkhauser. Reith with a long pass over the top to Reinwan. She'll dribble it once with the right hand, skip it on the left-hand side. That's Young with it over there. Long 3-bomb that rattles out that time by Reith. She was 6 feet beyond the arc and let it fly. The rebound comes down to Assumption. They'll take it into the front court. Wendels picks it up, left side, Mason Krings. Bounce it inside to Grundhofer again, triple team. Trying to step away from that pressure, they'll call it for a walk. And that's turnover number 8 on the Royals. 25 ticks to go as Coach Burkhauser able to get Kara Milkey into the ball game, replacing Olivia Skiba. Make sure she doesn't get her second foul here at the end of the first quarter. Kara Milkey, 5'9" sophomore for the Royals. Schoonover straight up the court, no pressure that time, and takes it to the left-hand side. Try to get it down low inside, goes off the fingertips of Missy Benz, and now it's 7 turnovers on the Greyhounds. So these two teams unofficially have combined for 15 turnovers here in quarter number 1. Maybe sectional semifinal jitters? I wouldn't doubt it, huh? 14.8 to go, quarter number 1. Royals get a last shot here, leading it by 9. Mason Krings straight up the court. Gets it over to Zerflu. She gets a pick on the edge. She goes right down the lane, put it up. Ball comes up in the air, no call. Outlet pass. They're going to try to get it to Schoonover. Can she catch up to it? They said she does. Gun sounds. We come to the end of quarter number 1 with the scoreboard reading. The Assumption Royals 14, the Greyhounds of Loyal 5. We step out. You're listening to Royals sectional semifinal basketball here on the new Y 105.5 WLJY. Be warm next week. If that's the case, we're getting closer to golf season. Stop on out to Homestead Golf Course. Say hi to Dewey and the whole gang out there. Highway 73 North, Wisconsin Rapids. It's going to be Loyal basketball as we start quarter number 2. They take it right to the rack, get it underneath Missy Benz. The ball came free and it kind of slipped past the Royal defenders that time. And Missy Benz gets her first 2. 1 touchdown lead now for Assumption. 14-7, excuse me, is the Royal lead. Autumn Linsmeyer has it on the right wing. They give it over to Krings on the right side. Grundhofer spin it inside, step it under, has it blocked out of bounds. It'll be Assumption Royal basketball. Tell you what, real difficult inside right now for Gina Grundhofer as she gets triple teamed, and when she puts up a shot, not getting any fouls called. That's to the advantage, of course, to Loyal. Inbounds Skiba. Krings rotated around. Zerflu. Linsmeyer wide open. 15-footer. Boy, Autumn can hit that shot. That'll open things up a little bit. Gina's just being packed in on the inside. Schoonover. Reinwan. Reith. Left side. That's in the hands of Young. Pass underneath. Ball. Missy Benz can't save it. Out of bounds. It'll be Assumption basketball. Turnover number 8 on Loyal. We played 1 minute and 1 second here in quarter number 2. And Assumption's lead is still 9 at 16-7. Both teams putting up a basket. The winner to Oconto Falls on Saturday, and I believe that's 1 o'clock. I think they moved that from 7 o'clock so that one of these two teams can make the long trek. Grundhofer, top of the wheel, take it inside. Right side, there's Linsmeyer, same spot, put it up again! Autumn Linsmeyer! She's got 4 quick points here in quarter number 2. 18-7. Reinwand into the front court. She'll leave it for Schoonover. She is inside the jump circle. Left side, 3-bomb on the way. No good by Reinwand. Rebound for the Royals. Linsmeyer out on the fly. She dribbles into some pressure, gets knocked to the floor, and they quickly call jump ball again. This time, the possession arrow in favor of the Royals, with 6:18 remaining in this second quarter. And Assumption on top, 18-7. Linsmeyer is going to inbound it for the Royals. Looking, still looking, and throws it out on top to Skiba. She goes up with one hand, puts it up, and a foul is called in the Assumption crowd. Kind of gives a little bit of a mock roar that time. As Missy Benz is going to be whistled for her first personal. That's only the third on the Greyhounds. And Olivia Skiba, who has 2 points from the field, will now look to add 2 from the charity stripe. Free throw is in the air and wide left. Keep it at 18-7 with 6:16 to go in the first half of play. Give it a couple of bounces. Deep knee bend. Shots in the air. Good. As Olivia knocks down the second free throw. And it's 19-7. And I think they just wiped it out. They said that she went over the charity stripe. So they wiped it out. And we keep it at 18-7. I looked down and all of a sudden a whistle was blowing. And I thought I saw him say no good. And sure enough, points off the board. On the dribble, Linsmeyer knocks it into the Loyal bench, so Greyhounds will try it again. Long pass up ahead. Ball's knocked free, picked up by the Greyhounds. Pass across to Reed. Left-hand side, try to dribble, penetrate, unable to do so. So Schoonover takes it between the rings. Down low, Reinwand, turn, jump, no. Rebound, battled for, and won by Skiba of the Royals. They'll leave it for Zerflu. Macy will take it up the right side of the court. Look back door, trying to get it to Linsmeyer. Ball is loose, it's free, it's on the court. And it's still down there, and it just got kicked ahead. It's going to go out of bounds. They'll say last touched by Grundhoff. Mason Trings tried to run it down in the nether reaches of the field house, but couldn't quite get there. And Jaden Pieper back in, junior, for Coach Reed. 5:47 to go in half number one. 18-7, Royals by 11. Been pretty even since that opening spurt. Reith catches, blocked by Grundhofer. Skiba after it. She can't get to it. Ball comes free, and they're going to call a foul on Grundhofer as they slapped at the ball. No, they're going to call it on Olivia Skiba instead. That'll be Olivia's second. So Kara Milky going to have to come in and replace Olivia with those 2 fouls. .5:42 to go, quarter number 2. 18-7 Assumption. Loyal will inbound it. Schoonover to do the honors. Keepers. Left side. Jumper. Rebound. Book it. Jaden Pieper. She's a keeper. She's got her second tray of the ball game. 18-10. Trings trying to turn the edge. Unable to do so. Has it knocked free. Now regathers. Left side Linsmeyer. Back out to the Royals Grundhofer. Zerflu. Right side Trings. Rotating the arc. Get it over to Grundhofer. Put up the jumper just inside the arc. Good for 2 for Gina. She now has 9 points. And the lead is back up to 10. Ball comes knocked free. Reinwand regathers, and then we're going to get a reach in. That's going to be called on the Royals. It might be Autumn Linsmeyer. Nope, they call it on Mason Trings. First on Mason, that's good. It would have been 3 on Autumn. So Mason will have a seat. And that is team foul number 6. So the rest of the half, the Greyhounds will be shooting the bonus. Schoonover looking, and inbounds it to Reed. Rebound to right side, and it's wide right. Good rebound position by Gracie Wendell. Zerflu, long pass up ahead to Linsmeyer. Autumn will stop from the right side, runner from 7, no. Rebound, Kara Milky off, too long. Linsmeyer gets the board, put it back up and in! Autumn just elevated right above everybody else. And she knocked it home. 22-10, Assumption back on top by a dozen. Pass up ahead into the forecourt, almost knocked free by Zerflu. They get the bounce to Benz on the baseline, put it up and good. Missy Benz now has 4 points in the quarter and on the ball game. 22-12 as we approach the midway point of quarter number 2. Royals, Gerundhofer has it beyond the arc, top of the wheel. Has Reef on her, so she goes to Wendels. Milky, right side, Gerundhofer, put it on the floor, spin it back around, goes over to Wendels, inside the arc, they'll say she walked. It's too bad, too, because she put it in. She stutter stepped with one foot, but they said she must have dragged them both. Turnover number 10. A lot of traveling calls here tonight. .408 to go, first half of play. 22 to 12, Royals by 10. Pieper, Schoonover, right side Reinwald. Has Linsmeyer on her. Bounces it once with the right hand. And rotated over the top, left side Pieper. Schoonover, top of the wheel. Back over to Reinwald. Trying to get it to Benz down low, can't do so. Trying to post up somebody on the block. Just not available right now. Schoonover will go right side. Hazer involved now. Katie Hazer, a senior out there for Coach Reef. Lob it inside, Benz, put up the shot, partially blocked, but the loose ball goes on the left side. Point blank, Hazer can't get it to go. And they'll say last touch by Assumption. 3:32 to go, long possession that time for Loyal, and they still have it. But the scoreboard reads 22-12 Assumption. Looking to inbound it. Left side of the basket as we see it here from high atop the field house. Pass over to Pieper, put up the jumper, and it rattles off. And rebound to Milky. Outlet pass, goes to Gerundhofer. 2-on-2. Let's see what she decides to do. She's going to get called for a charge or a block. Travel. They'll call a foul on neither one. Two girls collide and they go with the walk. Well, that way it keeps people out of foul trouble. You know, I don't think coach is going to complain at all. He'd much rather have a travel than an offensive charge called there. And Kring's going to come into the ball game, and Coach Burkhauser wants a 30-second timeout. We'll take a 30 with him. We'll be back with more from Waupaca right after this. Three minutes and 18 seconds to go here in period number 2. And it's going to be full court pressure employed by Assumption as Loyal has the basketball trailing by 10. Schoonover dribbles to half court and crosses it. Goes left side to Pieper, right back to Schoonover. Almost choked away by Zerfler. Regained by the Greyhounds, and they reload the offense. Reinwand against Linsmeyer. Left side Schoonover. Doesn't take a lot of shots, she just directs the offense well. Reinwand spinning inside, blocked away by Gerundhofer. Pieper picks it up, bounces it inside to Benz. She had a good look, blocked away by jump ball as it was blocked by, are they going to call a foul? Thought they were going to call a jump ball, but he changed his mind and he said, foul's going to go against Macy's Zerfler. Somehow Macy got the foul out of that whole mess, and she's got now 2. And if she got the foul, it's going to be 2 here for Benz. First free throw is good. So Missy Benz now has 5 points, 2 baskets, and a free throw. Wilkie back in the ball game, replacing Hazer for the Greyhound. 2:44 to go, trying to get the lead down to 8. Second one, wide right, rebound Gerundhofer. Up ahead they go to Wendels. She slams on the brakes. Afraid they might call the walk right there, but they did not. We play on. Zerflu, jump stop in the lane, put it up short. Rebound tipped by Gerundhofer. Put up the right-hand hook. Yeah! Gina would not be denied that time. And the Royals now extend their lead to 11, 24-13, 2:20 to go. Ball on the right wing in the hands of Wilkie. She picks up her dribble. Pressure, almost a third foul that time on Zerflu. Fortunate she didn't get called on that one. Schoonover tries to dribble it inside. Ball knocked away by Gerundhofer. Gina's out on the fly. They strip it away from her. She dishes it over to Linsmeyer, who will finish it. Autumn Linsmeyer on the beautiful assist by Gerundhofer. I'll tell you what, Gina is sucking some air right now. And it's 26-13. And the coach wants a timeout. Well, throughout the year, the WIAA and Rural Mutual Insurance seek to find those schools and communities that demonstrate great examples of good sportsmanship. Practicing sportsmanship teaches us to respect everyone including different generations in our family and community, all our neighbors and all those who compete with us in sports. The signs of sportsmanship, well, they're showing up everywhere. Helping hands, hard work, whether you're the star or on the sideline. If you live in the north, south, city, or country crossroads, sportsmanship is always in season in Wisconsin. Let's see if Loyal and Assumption High Schools can become the next winners of the WIA and Rural Mutual Insurance Sportsmanship Awards. And golf season is just around the corner, so make sure that you stop on out to Dewey and the whole gang at Homestead Golf Course. Start talking a little bit of golf, and have a pizza, and talk Assumption Royal basketball, and well, you can have hours of time out there. They're good folks out there. Make sure you say hi from all of us at WLJY. Winner of this game will go to Oconto Falls on Saturday to take on either top-seeded Niagara with a record of 19-6 or Green Bay New Lutheran, whose record is 11-14, but they are a number 2 seed in their regional. So that is what lies ahead for one of these two teams on Saturday, and I'd like to reaffirm that with Coach, that that game would be at 1 o'clock if the Royals are able to pull out the W here tonight. Right now leading it 26-13, and we're going to get an offensive foul that is going to be called against Riley Wilkie, as she set an illegal screen on that inbounds play. 26-13. Tell you what, right now, Royals up by 13. They've doubled the score of Loyal, but they don't, at least it doesn't seem that comfortable right now. Milky has it on top of the wheel. She'll go left side to Rose Crowns. Buck 42 to go. Mason Frings right side, bounce it left side, back over to Rose. Round to Gracie Wendell. Very young team out there for the Royals right now. Grundhofer on the top. Has Reith on her. Wendell's left side. Back around on top to Milky. Buck 25 to go. Jumper, Grundhofer. Right side! You can book it. 6 in the quarter. 13 on the ball game. 28-13 Assumption. Schoonover straight across the timeline. She'll go on the left-hand side to Wilkie. Popping out with the help is Carson Reith, the 6'1 sophomore. She'll let the 3-bomb fly. Off the glass, no. Long rebound, bounce it inside. Left hand, overlay it. Rebound to Milky for the Royals. She just switched the pivot foot and got away with it. Here come the Royals into the forecourt with 1 minute to go. Crowns, right side, Milky. Patience, Coach Burkhauser is preaching. Grundhofer, top of the circle. Down to 40 seconds remaining. Wendell's right side. Back on top, Crowns. Let's see if they work it all the way down to a final shot. We're down to 30 right now, and you're ahead 28-13. Sometimes with the young people, though, they get a little bit anxious and take a shot. Down to 25 seconds. Frings dropped it. Don't dribble it. She doesn't. Grundhofer, right side. Milky. Back on top to Wendell's with 15. Grundhofer left side with 12. And now we're down to 10. 8. Milky with 6. 5. Crowns, 3, Grundhofer, right elbow, put up the shot, at the buzzer, short, and we've come to the end of period number 2. But what a great job to run out the last minute and a half of the quarter, make sure that Loyal never touch the ball again, and walk into the locker room with a lead of 28-13. Well, the Royals jumped out to a 14-5 first quarter advantage, outscored the Greyhounds 14-8 in quarter number 2, leaded by 15 here at the break, 28-13. For the Greyhounds, they've been led in scoring by Jake Cooper with 2 free balls. She's got 6. Missy Benz, 5 points in quarter number 2, and a single free throw for Carson Reith and Morgan Reinwald. That's it. 3 for 6 in the 30 strike for 50%. Turn it over to Tom. For the Assumption Royals, much more balance. Gina Grundhofer, 13 points. Talking about balance, she had 7 in the first quarter, 6 in the second. 8 points for Autumn Litzberger. She just caught fire to start quarter number 2. And after that, 3 points for Macy Zerflin, 2 each for Gracie Wendell and Olivia Skinner. 3 for 5 from the free throw line for 60%. Royals turn it over 10 times. Great big thanks to James back in our studios for our halftime activities, along with Gene Delisio. Thanks a lot, guys. We are set here for period number 3. It'll be the Greyhounds basketball as they now go towards that big opening on the right side. Reith's going to let a 3-ball fly, and it's too long. Over the back, the rebound is secured down in there by Jalen Young, and then Macy Zerfler gets called for the reach-in. The Assumption fans not pleased because it looked like over the back happened to get that ball, and then Zerflu gets called for the reach-in on the other side as they turn it around. But, of course, the home fans always want the call to go their way. Inbounds comes, right side, bends with the catch, put up the shot. No, boy, she had a pretty good look that time from about 6 feet away. Just wouldn't go. And the rebound is secured for the Royals by Olivia Skiba. First offensive possession for Assumption without Zerflu. Now we'll see what they do. And a timeout going to be taken by Coach Burkhauser as Mason Krings got double teamed right in front of her. So 30-second timeout going to be called. We'll take 30 with them. We're back with more after this. Come out of the TO, inbounds goes to Grundhofer, has Reith on her, tries to dump it down inside to Skiba, and Olivia fake towards the basket and then went away from the pass, and we've got turnover number 11 on Assumption. Schoonover with the basketball in the forecourt, ball is tipped free. Linsmeyer picks it off, she'll take it to the basket with the left hand and finish it. Autumn now with 10 points for the Royals. 30-13, Assumption by 17. Reinwand has it left side. She goes against Linsmeyer. Good job of moving those feet for Autumn. Interior pass looking for Benz, and that time Skiba steps right in front of the intended receiver, gets the INT. Brings on the right side, goes baseline, down inside to Skiba, put it up, short, gets her own rebound, bounces it once, clears out, offensive foul, then call go off. They'll call a travel instead of a charge that time on Skiba. Jaden Pieper comes back into the ball game. She will replace Devin Schoonover for Coach Reith. 22-3, the Royal Greyhounds on the season, undefeated in their conference play this year. Right now, losing it 30-13. They're ranked number 3 in some polls. Royals playing well, however. Spin move, goes off the glass, no. Rebound comes down to Grundhofer. She gets banged from behind. Jalen Young, and for Young it's going to be her first personal, and it's the first team foul here in half number 2. He played a minute and a half so far in this third quarter, and the Royals lead it by 17. Frings will inbound it, just left assistant coach Dean Catter-Henry. Baseline, they get it to Grundhofer, and reaching in and getting called for the hold is Morgan Reinwand, and that'll be her first personal, second team. Mason Krings will have to go a little bit further down this time to inbound it. Out right in front of Kara Milkey on the bench. Even further down now. They move her by Carson Bushman. And she'll inbound it to Linsmeyer. Zerflu on the bench with 3 fouls. Grundhofer going baseline. Stops. Has the ball blocked out of bounds. And it'll be Royal basketball underneath her own hoop. Coach Burkhauser says, that's right. Just go to the basket. It's okay. That'll happen once in a while. Blocks will occur. Got to keep going up strong. Looking, now they get it inbounds. Catch, shot, no. The rebound, and it's grabbed out there by Pieper for the Greyhounds. Reinwand up the far side of the court with the dribble against Linsmeyer, all the way down on the baseline. That's in the hands of Young. Left side Reinwand has Linsmeyer in her grill. High pass Pieper, down low, trying to get it to Reith. Ball's loose on the floor. Down there with her is Skiba, and we got a jump ball, and the possession arrow is in favor of the Assumption Royals. And Olivia went down kind of hard that time and holds her back a little bit. Gets up slowly. She's holding the right side of her back. Should be the Royals basketball. I think they just finally figured that out, so everybody's heading back the other way now. So a turnover on the Greyhounds. That's number 11. Again, glad to have all of the loyal Greyhounds fans along here. If you're listening on WLJY or else on the computer on WLJYFM.com, we're just glad that you're along here tonight. Hope you're enjoying the ball game, although right now your squad trails at 30-13. Mason Krings tries to take it inside for the Royals, and it's stripped away by the Greyhounds. That's 13 turnovers on the Royals. Reinwand now has it in the forecourt. She'll go right side to Young. Pieper, rebound on the way, short. Ball run down in the corner, and it comes free, and it's knocked out of bounds by the Greyhounds into Royal basketball. And almost looked like Skiba ran a little bit gingerly that time, but she's still in the ball game and says, I'm good. I'll play on. 5:25 remaining in this third period. The winner to the sectional final with the right to go to state. Lacey Wendell's at double teams, ball knocked free, picked up by Linsmeyer, and then she dribbled it off of her foot, and then we get a shove that's going to be called against Jaden Young. second on Jalen, third on the Loyal Greyhounds. Nice atmosphere here tonight from Waupaca. Just not enough offense right now for Loyal fans to get excited. Lob it right side Kring. She's going to let a three-bomb fly, rattles out, and the board in the hands of Reef. Keeper has it on the right side, double team. She tries to bounce it ahead to Reef, almost taken away by Krings. Back over to Pieper. She'll slam on the break behind the arc, almost anticipated nicely by Wendels, but pulled out of the sky by Young. Skip pass, left side, jumper on the way. Young splashes it down for two. Jaylin Young gets her first two of the night and the first two of the half for the Greyhounds, and that comes with 4:40 to go here in the third quarter. That's part of what I'm talking about. It's not enough offense. Now Grundhofer will try to answer with a three-bomb. No. Linsmeyer on the weak side rebound. No. Gets her own rebound. Puts it up a second time. Can't get it to go, but she'll shoot two free throws. And that's going to be the third foul on Jaylin Young. Boy, did she pick up three in a hurry here in half number two. I'll tell you what, Autumn Linsmeyer, she's got 10 points. She is playing a whale of a ball game. Looking to add to that total right here, and does with the first free throw. Hazer and Schoonover into the ball game, replacing Young and Reinwand for Coach Reef. 4:27 remaining in the third stanza. Assumption on top, 31-15. They won it by 16 the first time these two squads met. Right now, the Royals lead it by 16. And it stays at 16 as the second free throw does not fall for Linsmeyer. Schoonover goes against Linsmeyer, gets double team, ball's poked free, but it's picked up by Pieper. Goes on the baseline to Benz, back out to Reef, right side now, ball on the right hip of Schoonover. She's in triple threat position, she goes to Pieper, nice interior pass to Missy Benz, and then Olivia Skibba, trying to stand her ground, gets whistled for the block. And for Olivia, it's going to be personal foul number 3. I was talking to somebody about that today. So many times it seems like Olivia gets called for a foul just for standing her ground. Because she doesn't give way, they figure she must have committed the foul. And that might have been a situation right there. Missy Benz, who was 1 for 2 from the charity stripe, with 5 points, now has 6 as she knocks down the first. And Olivia Skibba will take a seat for Assumption. 31-16, 9 ticks away from the halfway point of quarter number 3. Second toss is in the air. That one's good too. Benz now with 7 points to lead the Greyhounds in scoring. The Royals going to probably do this the entire third quarter without their field general out there, Macy Zerfley. Linsmeyer going to spot up a 3. She hit it! Autumn Linsmeyer, are you kidding me? She is on fire tonight. 34-17, once again, the Royals doubling up the Greyhounds. Schoonover, right wing, down on top, Hazer has it, left-hand pass, left side Pieper, get it down low, Reith good pass backside, Benz draws the foul. Nice interior passing between Reith and Benz that time. Missy will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. As Mason Krings picks up her second personal, team's third. Missy Benz, a senior for Loyal, knocks down the first free throw. She has 8 points, 34-18 Assumption. Benz's next free throw is in the air, and that one is good as well. Going to pressure Krings a little bit in the backcourt, but not real hard, and she takes it across the timeline. Mason, a junior, to Wendell. She gets bumped off the ball, and the foul is going to go against Jaden Pieper. First on the junior, 5th on the team. Remember to stop on out by Homestead Golf Course and say hi to Dewey and the whole gang, as spring is going to be upon us soon. All season just around the corner. Have some pizza, have some pop. Say hi from all of us at LJR. Gracie Wendels has it stripped away by Schoonover. She'll go up with the left hand, and she gets the hoop and the arm, as Mason Krings just picked up her third personal foul. Well, a little run here is exactly what the Greyhounds need, as Devin Schoonover gets her first basket. And Macy Zerflew with 3 fouls is going to come in for Gracie Wendels. Coach doesn't want to see this get away. They just had a 17-point lead. Hit the free throw here, it's down to 12. Give it a couple of short little dribbles, does Schoonover, and she leaves it short. Rebound to Benz, however, and we're going to get another foul. I think this is going to go against Kara Milkey, who got hit in the nose. So she gets the foul with her head. I don't know if you say that's using your head or not. The sophomore gets her first personal. Team's fifth, so Loyal will inbound it underneath their own basket. Does so to Ryan. Right side to Schoonover on top into the hands of Peeper. Peeper with the dribble on the right hand, get it down low to Benz. They run right over the top of Milkey, and they're going to call it for the block again. Well, that's a good, smart move by Loyal. Just keep working it down inside. They've got Olivia out there, and they'll just take the big girls inside and let them mow them down and shoot free throws. So Missy Benz, who was 5 for 6 from the free throw line, going to shoot 2 more. And Kara Milkey picked up her second personal. 3:10 to go here in the third quarter, 34-21. First free throw good. And can get it down to 11. Knock this free throw down. They got it down to 11. 34-23, a little life coming from the Loyal side. The faithful over there who have filled up the bleachers. Autumn Linsmeyer wide open on the weak side. She took it to the basket. She scored it. She gets fouled by Missy Benz. Autumn Linsmeyer continues to add to her total. She has 16 points here, and we've got 3 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Her free throw is off the bracket, no, and the board to Schoonover. Keep it at 36-23 in favor of Assumption. Schoonover will bounce it on the left-hand side to Ryan. She'll go baseline, run into Linsmeyer, and they're going to call Autumn for the foul. Looked like she might have got there and was straight up, but the official doesn't agree, and unfortunately for Autumn, that's her third. Ryan will shoot 2. They have not called really any charges here yet tonight, so I guess your Coach Reith say just charge right at them and see what happens. Make them call the block, make them call the charge. First free throw for Ryan Wand is good. Rose Crowns will come into the ballgame, and she will replace Autumn Linsmeyer with those 3 fouls. Autumn has herself a couple to play with in the fourth quarter. 36-24. Next free throw is in the air, and this one does it 360 and comes out. Grundhofer with the rebound for the Royals. Zerfler into the front court. Slam on the brakes. Back off a double team. Skip it over on the left-hand side to Krings. She'll bounce it around the top of the circle. Bounce it down low inside to Milkey. Kara gets tied up down low. Possession arrow in favor of the Greyhounds. Good try. Just didn't quite complete the pass and the move to the basket that time. So Loyal gets another turnover and have a chance to get this thing down to 10-9 with a 3-ball or a 3-point play. Schoonover will dribble it on top. Reith, she'll bounce it left-hand side. 3-bomb. Peeper on the way. Good. Jaden Peeper, her third tray of the ball game, and it's down to single digits. It was a 16-point Royal lead. 2:12 still to go here in the third. A lot of ball game to play. Zerflu on the baseline. And the ball knocked out of bounds by Reinwan. Down go bodies and no call, just out of bounds. It'll be Assumption basketball. Grundhofer will inbound it for the Royals. Does so to Zerflu. Bodied up by Benz. Takes it on the baseline. Takes it inside. Puts it up. No. And finally an offensive foul is going to be called. Yep, they're going to call the offensive foul on the Royal. They're going to call it against Reinwand, and she just knocked Zerflu to her backside. So it'll be Grundhofer to inbound it once again with about 54 to go. I don't think anybody was happy with that time. Grundhofer looking, gets it into Zerflu, and has it knocked away from her out of bounds. Now she gets triple teamed inside. Ball goes out of bounds. Unfortunately, they didn't say it went off of Macy's knee that time. Buck 52 to go in the third. 36-27. This could get wild yet here in quarter number 4. Milkey with the catch out on top beyond the arc. She'll skip it over to Grundhofer inside the arc, long two, that's going to be short. And the rebound comes down to Schoonover. They got numbers, they got 3-on-1. They got it ahead to Reith, she'll put up the shot. 3 bodies on the floor, we play on. Here come the Royals up ahead. Here comes Zerflu. She'll come to a jump stop, put it up with the right hand and in. Macy Zerflu gets a roar from the Royal crowd, and Coach Reith really didn't want that call. Left-hand side, Reinwand, she'll come baseline. She'll put up the runner off the glass and in. Morgan Reinwand, her first basket. She's got 4. 38-29. Buck 16 remaining here in period number 3. Grundhofer has it. Right side. Skip it over. Frings. Mason will bounce it to the top of the wheel. Zerflu over to Grundhofer. Couple of dribbles. Pick up that dribble. Zerflu. Dribble penetration. Put up the shot. Gets it on the arm. No foul. Benz has it, ball's tipped, ball's loose. Reinwand after it, can she save it? She does into the forecourt. Ball is free, bodies on the floor, picked up by the Greyhound. Tackle made from behind, we got a flipping foul on Grundhofer. Flags everywhere. Wow. And for Gina, that's going to be personal foul number 1. 8th team foul. Hazer and Wilkie into the ball game for the Greyhounds. Gracie Wendell's in for the Royals. 38-29, couple of free throws coming up for Devin Schoonover. She's 0 for 1 from the free throw line. She'll shoot 2. No, they're going to say 1 and 1. Yeah, they're going to say 1 and 1, but she knocks it down to make it a moot point. And the lead is down to... Did they put up the point or not? I thought it was 38-29. They didn't put it up yet. Now they do. Yep, 38-30. We'll get this down to 7 if she knocks down the second one here. It's down to 7. And the Royal faithful come alive as into the ball game comes Jalen Young. Schoonover takes a seat for Coach Reith. 45 seconds still to go here in period number 3. Assumption's lead is down to 7. It was 17. Kings will bounce it on top. Crowns. Zerflu. Back on top. Grundhofer going to spot up a 3-bomb straight away. That's a rally killer. 41-31. Almost a walk by People. Right side Wilkie. She'll bounce it over on the left side. Into the hands of Young. Keeper to Wilkie with 12 seconds remaining. Wilkie left side. Get it around, inside. Shot going to go against, foul's going to go against Zerflu. With 5 seconds left, they're going to call a foul on Macy Zerflu as Jalen Young just kind of threw the ball up at the basket there. And for Macy, it's going to be personal foul number 4. So 2 free throws coming up now for Young, and she has not been to the free throw line yet tonight. First one is on the way and good. She has 3 points now. Kara Milky will replace Macy Zerflu with 5 seconds to go. It's one of those situations where Macy's got to go, you know what, I'll give up the layup so I can still have 2 fouls left in quarter number 4. 41-32. Try to get it down to 8 here with 5 seconds to go. That's what the Greyhounds are going to try to do. Free throw in the air and good. See if the Royals can get off a good shot with 5 seconds. They got it to Grundhofer with 3, with 2. Top of the wheel, going to have to shoot it up at the buzzer. It's going to come up short, and we come to the end of quarter number 3. The Royal faithful rises as 1 as they put up 20 points in quarter number 3 and hold the Royals to 13. As we step out, 41-33. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with quarter number 4 right after this. Sure is. Well, one of these 2 teams just 8 minutes away from going to the sectional final in Oconto Falls on Saturday. Right now it's the Royals on top, 41-33. They have the basketball to start this final stanza. Autumn Linsmeyer going to come baseline. Gets triple team down there. She's in trouble. Ball poked away and goes out on top of Frings. Mason turns the corner. Put up the shot. Block. Over to Skibba. She'll skip pass over the top to Linsmeyer. Tough catch for Autumn. has Grundhofer on the left baseline. She gets the ball knocked out of her hands, and the Royals will keep it 33 seconds closer to Oconto Falls. This is going to get the faint of heart closer to the hospital. They could almost call it a travel there on Linsmeyer. She took a step, and you can't move when you're on the out of bounds there unless it's a made basket. And Grundhofer has the ball going right to your hands out of bounds. And that's turnover number 15 unofficially for the Royals. So the Greyhounds down by 8 with 7:20 to go. Well, you're not ranked third in state and 16-0 in the Porter Belt East Conference for nothing. I'm not going to give up. Reed's going to fire a three-bomb from 5 feet beyond the arc and splash it. Carson Reed hits the first one of those bombs here tonight, and it's a 5-point Royal lead. Grundhofer with the basketball behind the arc on the left-hand side. Linsmeyer looking down inside. They get it there to Wendell. Back out to Kring. She'll let it fly from three-point land. No good. Rebound, volleyball around, out of bounds. Touched by the... Well, we got a little bit of a dispute going on. One official said that it went off of the Royals. The other one said it went off of Loyal. So it went off of oil, that's for sure. And they're going to give it to the Clemson Royals. That's kind of unusual because the bottom ref who was right there and let the outside ref overrule him. No argument, though, from Coach Reed. So Linsmeyer will inbound for Assumption. Tries to get it into Skittle, goes off her hand, but it's run down by Mason Kring. She almost has a poke checked away by Young, but it's regathered by Linsmeyer. A lot of pressure coming from the Greyhounds. They got nothing to lose here. Grundhofer, long two, off the rim, no. Rebound in the corner by Reed. And the Greyhounds out on the fly. Reinwald over to Young, and now they say, let's reload this offense. Right at the top of the wheel. Puts the ball on the floor once with the left hand. They go on the left wing to the basket. Put up the shot. Off the rim, it doesn't go. Rebound run down by Linsmeyer. She's going to take it out 1-on-2. She'll take it all the way to the basket, and they're going to call nothing so far. They haven't called block. They haven't called charge. They called block. And Autumn went right to the free throw line, getting ready to shoot two. Well, that made half the crowd happy. Autumn Linsmeyer, who has 18 points. The junior going to shoot 2 free throws with 6:10 remaining in quarter number 4. 41-36 Assumption. Autumn's free throw is on the way and rolls around and falls in. She now has 17 points as Macy Zerfler with those 4 fouls comes in replacing Gracie Wendell. So you got a junior coming in for the sophomore, and of course Macy cut her teeth in that state championship game 2 years ago. Linsmeyer's next free throw, hard off the bracket, no. Benz with a rebound for Loyal. They get it into the hands of Schoonover, and here we come the other way. And we got a timeout taken by Coach Reef. What does he want? 30 or a 4? He wants just a 30. We'll take a 30 with him. We're back with more from Waupaca right after this. Just a bit of excitement here from Waupaca tonight, 42-36. The Royals leading Loyal by 6 with exactly 6 minutes to go here in quarter number 4. Carson Reith with the basketball has Grundhofer on her. They'll take it on the left-hand side as Jalen Young tries to penetrate. She's cut off. They'll go over on the right side. Little runner off the glass. And good from Morgan Reinwald. That's only her second basket of the ball game. And the lead is down to 4. And now Coach Burkhauser wants a full timeout. 5:43 to go, 42-38. Don't go anywhere. We're back in a minute after this. As we come out of the timeout, the ball is inbounded for the Royals. They take it all the way to the right wing. They get it into the hands of Grundhofer. She'll try to dribble to the basket and gets held before she can get there. And we are over the limit for the Greyhounds. As that foul is called against Carson Reith. And it's going to be a 1-and-1 for Gina Grundhofer. Gina with 16 points here tonight. And she misses it. And Carson Reef has the rebound for the Greyhounds, who trail it by 4 with a ton of time left. 5:25 here in quarter number 4. Line 1 has it on top of the wheel. She goes to Young on the right side, right back to line 1. Dribble penetration to the basket, put it up. No shot, they say. Foul on the floor before the shot took place. And it's going to go against Mason Krings, the 4th on the junior. So for Rhinewand, who is 2 for 4 from the free throw line tonight, it's going to be a 1-and-1 bonus situation. Here on out, double bonus. Nobody even moved. They all thought it was 2 shots. Should have missed it. That would have been interesting to see what would have happened. Chance to get it down to 2. Second free throw, she gets it off. It fell off the rim. Still a 1-possession game though. 42-39. Royals now have the starting lineup on the court with 5 minutes to go. Linsmeyer going on the baseline, and she gets bumped, and that foul is going to be called on Morgan Rhinewand. So all of those little bumps and bangs that were going on in the first half now suddenly getting called here. We got, according to the board, 19 fouls. So 1-and-1 for Autumn. What did I say 2? I didn't change it. They have 9 fouls up there. She was on the floor, but it doesn't matter. She hits the first. $18 points now for Autumn Linsmeyer. Next free throw on the way. That one rolls around and goes through 2. Mason Krings will be replaced by Gracie Wendels for the Royals, who now have a 2-possession lead. It's back up to 5. 44-39. 5:02 to go. Inbounds comes to Schoonover. Oh, one of these teams going to go home disappointed. They're going to get Autumn Linsmeyer for her 4th. When it kind of appeared, Devin Schoonover took the right arm and cleared out. Right in front of the Royal bench, but the bench showing some great restraint and not saying anything to the official. Schoonover is 2 for 3 from the free throw line. She'll shoot 2. First one good. Tell you what, they've only missed 3 free throws here in half number 2. And they've made 13. So 13 for 15 from the charity stripe thus far in the second half. Make it 14 for 16. And it's back to a 1-possession game. 44-41. We're now under 5 minutes to go from Waupaca. Linsmeyer gets bumped. Ball comes free. She gets knocked to the floor. And the foul is going to be called on Jaden Cooper. And we're now in the super bonus for both teams. And we're going to have a lot of free throw shot here, my friends, before this night's over. It'll be interesting to see how many players are left. Is on the way and good. Autumn now has 20 points. And she leads the Royals in scoring. And the lead is now 2 possession. 45-41. Next free throw, that's hard off the bracket. And the board to Schoonover. Royals going to pick up at half court. Get it down to Reef. She'll turn, fire, too long, weak side rebound, bench. Offensive position and got the rebound and put it in. That's her 3rd basket, but she's got a ton of free throws to go with it. She's got 13 points. 46-43, Royals by 3. Zerfree bounces it right side, Krings for 3. It's long, and the rebound comes to Zerfree. Kick it over to Grunhofer, long 3 ball. Excuse me, it's only a 2, but it's good. Gina Grunhofer now with 18 points. 47-43, Royals by 4. Wide open underneath the basket. Benz put it up, underlaid it. She was wide open. I think she thought Skiba was going to come over and give her pressure, and it didn't happen. Now the Royal fans want to turn over. Zerflew to the rack and put it down. Royal wanted a carry that time on Grunhofer, but it was a good non-call just because the ball hopped up high, and that is not a carry of the basketball. Coach Reef is beside himself. He's now Twins, and he wants a full timeout. We'll be back with more from Waupaca right after this. players with 4 personals each. Mason Pringsoff, Linsmeyer, and Mincy Zerflu. But with 3:52 to go here in quarter number 4, they lead it by 6, but Loyal will inbound it coming out of the full TO. Schoonover will come against half-court cracking pressure. Looks like they're going to try to go a little bit of 1-3-1 zone defense here. Now they're going to fall back into 1-2-2 zone. Long pass goes out of bounds. Unforced error that time. As Coach Reefstarter just threw it too high that time for Jalen Young. And then I've got turnover number 12 right now on the Greyhounds. It was a real turnover fest in the first quarter. Since that time, both teams have cleaned it up a lot. Morgan Reinwan back into the ballgame, replacing Jaden Cooper for Coach Lee. A couple of good teams, a couple of good coaches, great crowd. What an atmosphere. Gotta love it. That's what high school basketball is all about, friends. I'm glad you're along tonight on the new Y1055 WLJ. In the forecourt. Zerflu, double team, bump, bounces it inside, gets it down to the hands of Zerflu. Backside pass over to Krings, bounce it off the knee, and she called. Good call by the official that time. Run for stairs. She was just going to get it down into the hands of Gina Grunhofer, too, who was pushed up on the low box. But just happened to bounce it off the leg before she was able to do so. Put it up ahead to Ryan Watch. She goes against Linsmeyer. Pick up her dribble now. Right side Schoonover. Zerflu on her. Sliding the feet. Schoonover goes between the rings of the dribble. Ryan Wand right side. Puts a move on. Goes to the basket. Puts it up. I really like Morgan Reinwan, the sophomore. She's got 9 points. She's been their little ball of fire here tonight. The lead is down to 4. We're under 3 minutes to go. Grunhofer gets double teamed on the left side. Puts up a jumper from the left baseline. It rolls out. Skibba got called for the foul. That's a good call. Olivia with the push from the back. The official on the backside caught it too. And that's going to be number 4 on Olivia. So we'll walk to the other end to shoot 2. And a chance to get the lead back to 2. And Jalen Young, who is 2 for 2 from the free throw line, will shoot 2. She has 4 points. 49, 45, 2:43 to go here in regulation. Free throw go, no. Ball short. Right on line, just did not go. She can hit the second free throw, however. It will become a 1-possession game again. Second free throw on the way, that one is good. She now has 5 points. Full court pressure going to be employed. They're going to double team Zerflu. She's going to dribble it away from Reed. She'll go ahead to Krings. Skibba, right baseline. Stop it up. Brings over to Zerflu. They'll reload the offense. Between the legs, has it poked into the backcourt. They'll pick it up. She gets double teamed, and then it's torn away out of their hands by Jalen Young. Will lay it up and in. And Jalen Young cuts it down to a 1-point Assumption lead, and the Royal faithful go crazy. As the Assumption Royals going to take a full timeout, we will too. We'll be back with more from Waupaca right after this. Go here, Royals with the basketball, and a steal, taken away by Reinwan, to the basket with the left hand, and Royal has the lead for the first time tonight. A little bit of a lazy pass that time, a little bit soft on it. Now we're going to get a block on Carson Reef, and that's going to be 2 free throws for Gina Grundhofer, and that was a long way away from the basket. Carson upset with herself. So Gina now with 18 points and 2 for 3 from the free throw line. Will shoot 2. Gracie Reynolds getting set to check in for Assumption. Grundhofer's free throw rolls in. Oh, it hung precariously, but it fell through. Olivia Skibba will come out on the defensive side with those 4 fouls. Gracie Wendell's replacing her. $1:56 to go. 50-50 is our score. What a shame somebody doesn't get to go to the sectional finals between these two squads. For some reason, the official came over to the scorer's table, clear something up here. Gina had to stand on that free throw line for a long time. Her free throw is in the air and good. However, she hits nothing but wide. And Royal's going to come full court pressure. Just don't fall in the backcourt now. Schoonover, dribbling it, dribbles it off her knee, almost lost it. Gina almost got a finger on it. Reinwan looking underneath for Benz, and the pass is too long. Well, if you're a Royal fan, you'll take a turnover on either end. Sometimes you don't get to steal in the backcourt, but you get it down in the front court and you'll take it on either side. Well, now what do you do? Well, you pay the coach a lot of money to make decisions like this, right? You're up by one with $1:45 to go. It's a lot of clock to run. You don't have Phil Ford. You don't have Dean Smith to run the four corner. See what they're going to do. And I know that Loyal's going to put on a lot of pressure. They hand it off to Linsmeyer, and she gets shoved, and she'll shoot 2 free throws. I think this is to go against Schoonover. Yep. For Devin, it'll be her second personal. And then Autumn Linsmeyer back to the free throw line to shoot a couple. We're in the super bonus, $1:33 to go. Even if she makes them both, it's only going to be a one-possession game. Linsmeyer's first free throw is Muir as it goes right through the circle and tickles the twine. And again, Skiba out so she doesn't get that 5th foul on the defensive side, and Gracie Wendell's in. 2-point lead for the Royals, 52-50. Autumn's second free throw is on the air. That one's too long off the bracket, and the rebound in the hands of Missy Benz for Loyal. 1.5 to go. Reinwan will take it to the right side. Stop her dribble. All the way across court. Get it down inside Schoonover. She'll back it around. Has Zerflu on her. Now she picks up the dribble. She tries to skip it over. Linsmeyer almost gets the steal, but Reinwan has it. She secures it. She picks up her dribble. Over the top, left-hand side. Schoonover with it. Left wing. Still in triple threat position. Bounce it once. Reinwan, 7 to go. She'll take it all the way on the right-hand side. Runs into Grundhofer. Back out to Reed. Carson with one hand, left-hand dribble. Now back to the right. Spin it around over to Reinwan. Grundhofer on her. Skip it all the way on the right-hand side. Into the basket. Lay it up and in for Jalen Young. And we're tied at 52s with 50 seconds to go. Royals with the basketball, tie ball game. Wendell gets it over to Zerflu. They go left side, Grundhofer. Gina gets doubled over there, so we'll go to Gracie. Back over to Gina. Tough catch on the left baseline. Back out to Gracie. She'll dribble away from the pressure, pick up her dribble. The timeout can be taken by Coach Burkhauser with 32.9 seconds to go. Well, throughout the year, the WIA and Rural Mutual Insurance seek to find those schools and communities that demonstrate great examples of good sportsmanship. Practicing sportsmanship teaches us to respect everyone, including different generations in our family and community, all of our neighbors, and all those who compete with us in sports. Signs of sportsmanship are showing up everywhere. Helping hands and hard work, whether you are the star or on the sideline, you live in the north, south, city, or country crossroads, sportsmanship is always in season in Wisconsin. Let's see if Loyal and Assumption High Schools can become the next winners of the WIA and Rural Mutual Insurance Sportsmanship Award. Yeehaw! 32.9 to go here in regulation. It's kind of close right now, folks. Score reads 52-52. I guess if that's your definition of close, well, that's what we are. Homestead Golf. Speaking of close, we're close to golf time. Spring just around the corner. In the meantime, stop on out, have a pizza, have some pop, talk about this exciting ball game here in the sectional semifinals between Loyal and the Royals. One of the Oils is going to win, that's for sure. Let's just find out. And if you're a Royal fan, hope it's Assumption. If you're a Loyal fan, eat for the green. Glad you're all along here on LJ Walk. Spring's going to inbound it. Zerflu probably will chase it into the backcourt. Nope, she catches it right at the half-court mark. Pressure on her by Schoonover. You got to be careful. You can't reach in and follow either. Got to watch out for the 5-second count as well. Spring's almost locked to get it down to Grundhofer. Drop step, put it up and in. Boy, she might have walked that time, but got away with it. 18 seconds to go. Greyhounds get it ahead into the hands of the coach's daughter. Puts up the shot. No! Rebound ripped down by Skiba. She gets fouled with 10 seconds to go. Assumption by 2, and Olivia Skiba is about to step up to the free throw line to shoot 2. Has Olivia been there tonight, you ask? Yes, she has been there once. She missed the first, made the second, but they wiped it off. They said she went across the line. Loyal's going to take a 30-second timeout. No, they're going to take a full, but you know what, James? I'm only going to take a 30. We don't want to miss anything here. Just a 30, James. We're back with more from Waupaca right after this. John, you know, we should have asked you all along who's going to win this game. You would have said the Royals easily, right? Looking at the fans here, everybody's just got their hearts in their throats right now. Tell you what, if you make one, it's still only one possession game. You make them both, you're up by 2 possessions. There you go. Got the green on. Well, Olivia hits 2 here. It's 2 possession game with 10 seconds to go. She hits 1. It's still a 1 possession game. Miss them both. Royals would be up by 2. I guess we'd say these are big free throws for Skibbo. Bounce it. Free throw on the way. Good. Olivia's got 3. Gracie Wendels will come in for the shooter if Olivia knocks this one down. Make this one, and it's a 2 possession game, and then you just play tough defense. And you don't foul, right? Got to make it first. Olivia's free throw on the way. She hit it! And a timeout. Nope. There's the substitution coming. Oh, my, Olivia. Everybody hugging her on the bench. If the fans could leave the bleachers, they'd be down there hugging her as well. Coach going to say, don't pick them up till half court, and don't you dare foul on a 3-point shot. Inbounds will come from Ryan. Boy, you can just see the air let out of the Loyal fans right now. Down by 2 scores. Reith up ahead, throws it away. Zerflu's got it. That's going to seal the deal. She's going to dribble it out. They're not even going to foul her. They're going to just let her get it over to Autumn. 2-1. Royals going to play in the sectional finals on Saturday over in Oconto Falls. What an effort by the Greyhounds of Loyal. Our hats go off to Coach Reith and his excellent squad as they took the Assumption Royals right down to the wire, gave them everything they possibly could handle and almost more. They led it 50-49, but the Royals outscored the Greyhounds 7-2 down the stretch and win it by the final of 56-52. Wow. It doesn't get any more exciting than that. Thank you to our sponsors for allowing us to come over and bring you this contest. We still got a whole lot more coming to you from Waupaca yet tonight as we are going to add up some numbers, try to catch our breath, slow down our heart rate. We're going to do all of that and more right after this, folks. You are listening to exciting Assumption Royal basketball here on the new Y 105.5 WLJY.